guys, it's Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go over some car selling tips with my favorite segment, Ask Anthony, where real salespeople just like you inbox questions. It's not scripted. I don't read them ahead of time. I read them live on this video, and usually it makes for a really good foundation for some good training and dialogue. So let me dive right in. This one is from Gigi. Gigi's questioned in a bunch of times. She's one of my salespeople. Thank you, Gigi. Gigi questions, messages in rather, how would you deal with a customer who is emotionally attached to their current vehicle? Great question. They continue to say this vehicle has less features than what we are driving now. So that's like twofold, right? Twofold. Let's start with the latter. This vehicle has less features than what we're driving now. So, okay. First and foremost, let's make sure we're on the right car, right? So we have to be on a vehicle that solves a particular problem. So if we're looking at a vehicle with less features, what problem does that vehicle sell? Does it solve the problem of being newer and offer more warranty coverage for the customer? Are they making major or minor repairs that are nickel and diming them to death on their current vehicle so they're willing to trade into something with warranty coverage even if it has less features? Quite frankly, do they use all the features in their current vehicle? I have a bunch of stuff in my current car that I don't even use. When buying the car and leasing the car, in my case, I was saying to myself, I have to have these features. I have to have these features. I've never used 9/10 of them, right? So that's a great question to ask them. Do you use all of those current features? And if so, is it worth paying for, right? Is it worth paying for them? A lot of times, one example that we hear all the time, I need a sunroof, I need a sunroof. And I always want a sunroof. Meanwhile, I never open it. So let's find out, are they wants or needs? So if it has less features than what they're driving now, it's got to solve some problem. Does it solve the problem of giving them more space? Do they need more space? Does it solve the problem of giving them a better interior, leather interior that they don't have now? Does it solve the problem of a different color? Does it solve the problem of just getting something new, right? Isn't it great to just get something new? Even if it doesn't have all the features you have now, does it have all the features you need? Does it solve the problem of, a payment situation, or, if they're getting out of their lease, what would the alternative be? Is there anything out there that they'd be willing to drive anyway, if not this, right? So the car has to solve a problem for them. It's got to check some boxes in order to add value. You can't just show them a car with less features, that's more money, that's older, with less warranty coverage. I mean, it's got to check a box. So the features thing, yes. If it has less features, just make sure there are, points of value that you could sell to the customer, and also make sure that, they even need all of those features. I know you have them now, misserviced customer, but are you paying for features you don't need? Do you need all of them? It's great to want them, but do your wants eventually lead to needs, or do you kind of just have them just in case? So that's one thing, G. Just make sure that you're checking boxes in other areas outside of the features. May it be financially, may it be size, may it be color, may it be warranty. So make sure you're adding value somewhere. If not, you're just on the completely wrong vehicle. The numbers could never make sense if the value is not built in the product. And the other question was emotional attachment, right? So let's take a peek really quick. How would you deal with a customer who is emotionally attached to their current vehicle? All right, well, just like marriages, sometimes all great things have to come to an end, right? I mean, 51% of people that get married are emotionally attached to their spouse and also separate at some point. So that I know I'm being facetious, but that's the reality of it. I mean, you can have an emotional attachment to the vehicle, but they're probably, put it this way, if they have the capacity to be emotionally attached to a vehicle, I'm sure, whether that's because of memories spent in the car or whether it's because of the amount of time they had it, they could, relive those same memories and find a way to become emotionally attached to their next car. So I would say, if it was Gigi, totally understand that you feel like there's an emotional attachment to your current car, the one you're trading in though today, planting seeds of trading. But with that being said, I'm pretty sure you can make those same memories in your new car, and eventually you'll feel attached to that as well. I mean, it happens all the time. I hate to say it like this, but it's like when a pet passes away. The pet passes away, we're heartbroken, the cat or dog, we get that new cat or dog, we don't love it any less, right? It saves us. And the reality of it is, if the customer's in the dealership with you, they're there for a reason. There's something about, although they're emotionally attached to the vehicle, there's something about it that needs to change. They need to upgrade. They need to get out of it. There's something going on. So, the emotional attachment one, that's kind of tough. I've dealt with it before. But at the end of the day, in this instance, let's try to have them think rationally, not emotionally, which is 99% of the time we want them thinking emotionally, right? We want them in the ether, in the buying spirit. We don't want them thinking rationally per se, unless of course there's rational points that are valuable. But for the most part, we kind of want them emotionally invested in the experience of buying a new car. In this situation, go through maybe some of the pros and cons, do a comparison list. What are the pros of keeping it? What are the cons of keeping it? What are the pros of upgrading? What are the cons of upgrading? The one con would be emotional, detachment from the old car. So you can do that with a bulleted list. But yeah, that's a tough one. But hey, if they're able to get emotionally attached to the trade-in, I'm sure they'll find a way to fall in love someday with their new car as well. Just like when you have a pet that passes away. That's kind of an example I just thought of, but it's true, right? Your pet passes away, you get a new pet, you don't love them any less. You break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it may be, you divorce from your spouse, you fall back in love again, and that's kind of how, the world tends to go on. They will find their way and they'll be fine, right? They'll be fine. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. And if you want to see videos just like this one, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. And don't forget, leave some comments down below. I'm looking forward to all of your interaction and feedback, and I can't wait to bring you more videos just like this one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.